doesn't link, okay, it's sending you to the wrong place. You have to reach out. You don't know what's going on. It's not giving the same energy. Right. Okay, your content looks amazing. It's giving 6-figure, but what is your client process giving?
Hey, what's going down? Welcome to another episode of the Connections Hub podcast, where we connect you to everything business related. Now, I'm super excited as usual, y'all, because I'm actually sitting here with Taylor Drew. I'm not going to stand her thunder, so I want you to introduce yourself and what it is that you do.
Thank you for the no introduction. Hey, everybody. My name is Taylor Drew, the systems guru, and I am your favorite client process coach and strategist. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm originally from Akron, Ohio. Turn up. Shout out to LeBron. And I'm excited to be here.
You the kid from Acorn?
Get it right. Ooh, if any of my people from my hometown hear you say that,
they'll get mad. That's
troll you. You better be careful.
Oh man, no. This is gonna be a fun episode. How far? Well, hold on. How far is Acorn and Akron from each other? Like how far?
From who? From what?
And the kid from, I thought it was, so when the brother said, he be saying the kid from Akron.
Akron, AKRO.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that. I thought you'd be saying the kid from Acorn.
It's not Acorn, it's Akron. But if your question is how far it is from Cleveland, that's what your question is?
Yeah.
It's like 30-45 minutes.
No, but Bron is from where you're from though, right? We on the same page.
Yeah,
okay,
but cool. He played in Cleveland. Yeah, because it's the closest big city to us.
Oh, so it makes sense now. That's how you were saying the kid from Akron, because technically y'all are like the small city. Okay,
Yeah, he grew up, born, raised in Akron, went to high school in Akron, and then went up the street 30 minutes away to Cleveland because that's the biggest NBA team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And fun fact, I'm sorry, since we're talking about LeBron, me and LeBron went to South Beach the same year. So that's where I went to college. We went the same year. It was a whole thing.
Wait. You went to South Beach the same year LeBron went there? That's dope.
I sure did.
That's dope. I remember when he did that. Yeah, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. That was on everybody mixtape.
Yep, that was everything. That I took my talents to South Beach too. So I feel it, Brian. Can't be mad.
No, now I'm excited for this episode. Well, we can start there. What were you doing in South Beach?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I went to Florida Memorial University. It's the only HBCU in South Florida. I went there for a year. Then I moved back to Ohio, lived in Columbus for a year. And then I went back to Miami and graduated from Florida International University studying business admin.
Oh, that's what's up. So what brought you to Atlanta?
Honestly, I don't know. I just wanted to move here. Fun fact, never been here before. I was actually my 5th year in Miami. So I stayed there a year and a half after I graduated. I'm like, what's somewhere that is lower cost of living, doesn't snow because I don't do snow anymore, has Black people, has culture, and I did the math. I'm like, Atlanta. So I had my eye on Atlanta, saved up some money, packed all my stuff in my car, left Miami, drove 10 hours, stayed in an Airbnb for about 3 months. It was like 2-3 months, was looking for a job every single day, ended up finding a job and just like took it from there. And now, I'll give you the transformation. Now I've been here for about 5 years with my own condo, do cute stuff, in my space.
Hold up.
All right.
Living the soft life now. I heard that's a thing. That's the soft life. You seen that on social yet? Soft life.
I love it.
No, that's that was a sense of bravery. I mean, going from all the way from South Florida and then going to, you say you were from South Florida and then you were from South Florida back to Atlanta. So you didn't go back to Cleveland after you graduated?
Oh, no. So I left Akron when I graduated high school. It's like too cold. So yeah, that's when I went to South Beach and then Atlanta. So no, that's home. It'll always be home, but I don't see myself moving back there. I just like to be ambitious and I don't know, take my own story.
No, it makes sense. And if you don't mind me asking, what was the experience like, or how was it moving from South Beach, you're in Florida, to now moving to Atlanta. How was that?
It was a huge difference. So the culture is different. Everyone always asks me, where do you like it better, Atlanta or in Miami? And I'm like, it's just too different. So my experience in Miami, I told you I went to a HBCU. So I'm from Akron, Ohio. So everything is like black and white. You black, you white, or Hispanic. They're big groups. So
right.
once at HBCU, I'm like, oh, it's about to be a whole bunch of black people. Oh, it's about to be fun. Right. Yeah. First day people are asking me, so what are you? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm black like you, we the same color. Yes, I love it. And they're like, no, what are you? Like, it's like, I'm Jamaican, she's Bahamian, what are you? And that was the first time I ever had to identify as a Black American. I never had to do that before. So it was like, for one, I found a new identity. And then two, it was a minority in that whole space. So, and there's a lot of like history between each of those different groups, and history that I didn't know of, like, them beefing and stuff like that. So when I'm walking and people calling me a Yank, I don't know what's going on. That means Black American. That's slang for Black American. That's what Haitians call Black Americans sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it was very different. So actually, so after experiencing that, and I'm like, okay, and then it's in a Spanish majority speaking, space, I kind of felt like an outcast. Like, I don't know if I can create the life that I really want to create here, because I'm not bilingual. So I'm not going to be like the most competitive person. I don't have, for one, I moved there out by myself, so I didn't have family there, but I also didn't have like a cultural family either. The Haitians, they had a whole family, a whole community. Right. I didn't have a place. So I'm like, okay, so if I want to build a home, I want to start some roots. I want to really grow and create my life. Where can I go to do that? Where can I feel most safe? Where has the most potential? I'm a Black lesbian, okay, that loves art, that loves music. I'm going to Atlanta. I want to be an entrepreneur one day. I'm going to Atlanta, and that's what I did.
That screams Atlanta. No, I'm just kidding. That screams Atlanta. No, but it's so funny you say that. It's so funny you say that. The girl I'm dating, my girlfriend now, she's from Miami. Oh, I lied. She's from Florida. She's from Florida, Fort Lauderdale. But she was the first person. She's Haitian as well, and she said when she moved to Houston, I didn't know her when she lived in Florida. I met her when she moved to Houston. But when she moved to Houston, this was her first time seeing, because Houston is like Atlanta. Like, it's very, very, it's very similar. A lot of similar things, but it's a lot of Black success in both spots. And that's what she said. You never really see in Florida is that Black success and going to a spot. And it's no offense to anybody that's not a minority that's listening to this, or a Black American that's listening to this, but she said it wasn't many spots you can go to where it's Black success. Everybody in here Black, we all chilling, making money, and it's all good. They don't do that in Florida. And it's also, she's the first person I've ever met that says Black American. I've never heard that in my life. But again, I'm from Houston, born and raised. I've traveled all over, but she's the first person in my life that has ever identify myself as. She'll be like, well, my dad's Jamaican, so she'll be like, you have Black American. I'm like, I've never heard that ever said either until I met her. I'm like, Black American, what you mean? I'm Black. But she also said, yeah, it's a Caribbean type of thing out there. So it's funny you say everything you're saying, because to a certain extent, I've heard her consistently say it, and I see it in stuff she says where I'm like, yeah, I would have got, no lie. Look, hopefully she don't listen, but I would have got out of there too. Look, hey man, I need to know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the States, and I'm not here to make something happen too. But no, that's a powerful story. So let's fast forward. You in Atlanta, you moved to Atlanta. Now what? What you like? What's up?
A lot. So the first thing I'm proud of, or I feel accomplished of, building a tribe. So I have a good group of friends and supporters. So although I don't have them, actually I do have a cousin out here. We just started hanging out. But not having family, building like support group is so important. People that I trust, people that I don't have to worry about, that are interested in the same things as I am. That has been amazing. Another thing, so, I told you I found a job about 3 months in the whole journey. So I stayed there for about 4.5 years.
What was it? What were you doing?
So I was working at Teach for America. I started off as their assistant to their EVP and CFO. And I just built it up, and I started doing operations work. So planning events, running operations for L&D programs. I was a scrum master for a lot of their business admin teams. So the portfolio that holds their HR, their real estate, finance. So that piece, the business piece of the huge nonprofit, that's the space that I was in. And I was in the head offices doing, the back end offices of the people that make the decisions about the whole organization. So that definitely gave me a lot of insight on how chief executive officers move, what their operations and their back ends need to look like for not only for them to be successful, but their direct reports who manage teams of 500 people. You know what I mean? Everyone needs to be successful, and it all boils down to how efficient I can get my systems. So it was kind of like, it was fun for me. It was a challenge, and within that, so I actually got a little bored, like when you put everything on autopilot and everything just moves smoothly, it's like, okay, so what's next?
You're chilling. You out there. You're an expert, and I'm glad you brought that up. Because I think that the perfect segue into what it is that you out here really making happen for business owners, and being able to set up those systems and processes, and just letting everybody know the validation that you have. Because I didn't even know you did it on that type of scale. That's a total different ball game, I'm sure, than just set up, just making an email, send out a contract. That, that's probably that's like writing 1 + 1 for you at this point. And a lot of business owners are struggling with that. So I really just would love to hear, from a business perspective, what does it mean, or how important is it to have systems and processes set up within your business?
Oh man, I could talk about that for an hour, but I'll keep it short.
Okay. Okay.
It's a small business, a medium business, huge business. I also didn't share, so I was working for there, but now I'm actually doing some contract work for Meta. That just started a few months ago. So when I'm talking about large scale, we're talking about large scale. And that's why I do what I do, to make sure the small businesses can run like the big businesses using systems. So that's why systems are important, because it really does boil down to your efficiency. Your efficiency is going to drive how much money you can make. Even us right now, well, you're not a solopreneur, and neither am I, for real. But dang, I forgot. Sometimes
moving up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Look, moving up the hierarchy a little bit. But we can put for the podcast. Hey, we can play for the podcast.
If it's a team of 1, team of 3, team of 5, everyone has to be efficient. You have to use your resources efficiently, regardless if it's money, especially if it's time. Because you can't buy that back. You can't get time back. You can't make time. You can make money back, but you can't make time back. You have to make sure that your business is scalable. You have to make sure your business is sustainable, because a lot of us, I forget what the stat is. I try to get my stats because, be an expert, whatever. But they say most businesses stop running after 3 or 5 years because they can't sustain themselves. This is why you need systems. And a lot of people, the next question I'm sure is like, so when do you need systems? When do you need to start implementing them? I bet. Yep, you're nodding.
I was on the list. I was on the list eventually, but you can answer it for us now.
I do enough of these. I know what's coming. I know. But this is why it's important for you to set them up on the front end, so you don't have to make those mistakes. A lot of it, and I will also say, you don't want to be a perfectionist. You don't want to always wait, right, to do things, but you also do want to make sure you have your ducks in a row so you come correct. Right. Okay, because maybe you start doing what you want to do, and you don't have systems together. If you did have systems, you could be where you want to be 4 times faster.
No, and I'm glad you said that and said the timeline, because that was on my list about when does it start? When do you start thinking about systems and processes? So what advice or tips rather could you give us for if we are a business? Let's say we might not be a solopreneur, but we might only have maybe 3 people on our team. What are some effective systems that we should have in place in order to move and build our business efficiently?
Okay. Well, I will also state that we're being very broad. Systems is very broad. There's so many different types of systems. And when it comes to us business owners, have email marketing systems, client process systems, website systems. There's so many systems. So I'll just start by saying I'm going to just share the buckets. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Some things that I think are very important. I think for one, of course, I'm going to talk about client process, especially if you are a service provider. Okay. If we're talking about product based, I'm talking about your customer process. What is the journey that you're sending them through from inquiry to offboarding? So when I talk to, I'm back to the service providers, like what experience are you providing them? Okay. A lot of people sleep on this. And I'm not going to say because marketing and selling is more pretty, like the branding is
hold up, look, hold up, you're a marketer.
You gonna touch on that?
No, I'm saying hold up, I'm a marketer. Don't step on my toes like that.
I'm not. Hear me out. But you have to work together. It's like a workout. You can't focus on the arms. You can't skip leg day. You're gonna fall over. You're gonna look crazy. So if your brand is on point, your content is great, your website looks amazing, but when they go to inquire with you, your system's all messed up. Your link doesn't link. Okay, it's sending you to the wrong place. You have to reach out. You don't know what's going on. It's not giving the same energy. Right. Okay, your content looks amazing. It's giving 6-figure, but what is your client process giving? You know what I mean? So I'm not here to step on your toes. That I'm saying we have to work together. It's a full journey. You can't fall off when they actually pay you.
No fact.
Oh, my bad. I was supposed to be answering the question.
No, that was real talk. I like you shared that. I'm gonna have to. This is getting clipped up. No, but that's real talk. Because I think a lot of people do experience that. They look at somebody's content or Instagram page or website and see all this pretty stuff, but like you said, you start clicking around and you like, hold up, this thing not even clicking, or you send a message, you don't know if it's sent because it didn't even say, hey, thank you, we're gonna reach back out. You never got a follow-up email. You don't know what the hell going on. You just, you just going with the flow. So I think that needed to be said. So definitely don't step over that. But no, you were gonna tell us what are the different or a few different systems that we should have in place. So we got the client process or the product process, and then I think you had a few more.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I would definitely say email marketing. That's new for me. I'm not gonna lie. I was asleep on it last year. I didn't prioritize it, but this year I'm living a soft life. Okay, I'm living a soft. I live luxury with ease, and I don't want to spend all my time making content over and over again. Why not put some funnels in? Why not put email marketing in place?
No thanks.
Okay. And then also, this other one, I'll just pull it out. I was going to say like scheduling and things like that, but I would say that's important to specific types of businesses. Like if you're a beautician, right. If you are an eyebrow person, like people that give services like that, makeup, a lot of my people, coaches, consultants, how many times, so I work with service providers a lot. That's why I talk about them so much. How many times I went to the link in someone's bio to hop on with a virtual assistant or an email automation person or a marketing person, and the link doesn't link. I can't get to their calendar. That Calendly link, y'all, it's invalid. Go check it. And this is no shade. I'm just saying, like, for real, this is a nice reminder to go ahead and check it, because I promise you, I just do it because I don't know, I'm nosy and I like systems. So like, oh, I wonder what scheduling thing they using over there.
And
I'm like, dang,
it don't even work.
Yeah, but it's so pretty. But you know what I mean? But the website is so pretty. And I'm saying this not even as an expert, as somebody that helps people through it, as a consumer. Right. Like I was just telling y'all, well, maybe I'll just tell you, I got scammed.
You told me offline. Yeah, now you can tell me why online if you don't mind. I didn't ask offline.
All right, I'll give you the whole thing. So boom, I started Systems Guru about 2.5 years ago as a virtual assistant. I was trying to make some money, whatever. I have people that I'm inspired by, you screenshot, you save them in a folder, like, oh yes, oh, this systems person, I want to be like them. Like, oh, one day I'm gonna make some money, I'm gonna work with them. Okay, so that was kind of the deal. Boom, fast forward to this year. You know, I got the T-Mobile deal. I got.
We're gonna talk about that. Hold up, don't look.
I'm not. I ain't gonna go into it. But they did give me a nice check for that. With that, I had the money to work with somebody that I wanted to work with for a long time. I did that. It was a $5,000 investment. That was the biggest, amount of money I've ever invested in myself at this point. Right. It was supposed to be like a done for you. I won't get all into it, but funnels and everything. But I was excited, like, yes, this is the person's the time. As soon as I hit like pay the invoice, it was like, okay, next thing you have to schedule your 2 strategy calls. I went to click that link and that link was broken and my heart broke. That was the red flag. Had to reach out to her. Hey, I just paid you $5,000. Where do I go to book both of my calls? Because it was supposed to be a 24-hour turnaround time. That's what she was promoting, Man, long story short, she only sent me one. The deliverables were not what she advertised and what she had. I never signed an agreement. She never sent over an agreement. I didn't get what I was supposed to get. I had to pause my launch. Well, not pause it, push back my launch, come up with like a random lead generator and just keep it pushing. I had my virtual assistant spend all week on cleaning up the email templates that were given to me. You know what I mean? So I had to put more money into it. And then, so I told her, I'm like, I'm not really satisfied with the experience that I'm getting. And I'm still waiting on this. And it was supposed to be done. I told you my launch date, no remorse. Like, okay, well, this is what we can do for you. Da, 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 da. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. So, me, I talk about, this is what I do. Client process is what I do. So of course I'm gonna make content. So I made a reel. It went low-key viral or whatever. And it's like, it's cool though. But I'm like, I'm going to use this as fuel, as inspiration to help other people not do people like this, period. So boom, it was starting to get a little messy. A couple days later, somebody sent me a DM of something that she posted. It was like a carousel, like, you say people scamming, but you really need to read. I'm like, what? Really? You're really not going to take, I didn't even say your name. I didn't expose you, nothing. I'm just talking clearly about my experience. Yeah. And that's what you're going to do? You're going to blame it on me? Okay, cool. So I shared her post and the story. I'm like, okay, so this is what you're not supposed to do. When you read, you should have an agreement for someone to sign. You should have, check your links, make sure they think. Check your deliverables, make sure they align with what you're actually providing them. I had to read her because this is what I do. So everything that I teach my clients, it was a great post. It was a great story. So then people started DMing me like, this is dope, but is this the girl that you're talking about? Because it does align with what you had, the reel that you shared the other day. I'm like, I wasn't going to share that, but since you asked, yes. And then, so my business coach, she actually reached out to me. She's like, that's crazy because she scammed me too. Wow. But she did end up giving me a refund after she saw that reel, I guess. So whatever, I didn't say that didn't respond. I'll take it. I already started the dispute process, so I was going to get my money back. Right. So y'all don't do that to people.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, what's going down? I had to stop things really, really quick and ask you one question. What are you doing to grow your business online? Now, I know you listen to this podcast and you're getting all this information, but what are you really doing to make sure your business is growing online? Now, if you don't know, I'm a content strategist by trade, so I'm gonna have to ask you, are you using digital marketing? If not, I would love to talk to you about your online brand presence. I run Allen Multimedia. We're a full-service digital marketing agency that works with community-driven businesses. We're able to help you strategize your customer journey, maximize your social media results, and create content that turns into community, and we turn that community into sales. Now, if you want to learn more about how we're able to do this, I want you to go to workwithjha.com and book an appointment, and I'll talk to you soon. And I guess what did that teach you?
So much. for one, I'm gonna actually start. So she had receipts, the stuff that she's done for other people, but I think I'm gonna actually start reaching out to people. Hey, so I saw you did some work with so and so. Just want to know how your experience was.
Right.
You know. Also, I'm never gonna let someone's IG perception perceive me. I don't care. I don't care how many followers you have. I don't care how pretty your pictures are. It has nothing to do with that. Because those people, it's an unregulated space. Another thing is that it just gave me maybe some confidence to go after some other target audience. Like, it's a lot of like dream clients that I have out here. And it's like, oh, I don't know if they who want to work with me. I don't know. But in my head, it's like, she could have been a client of mine. And she didn't mess up. Okay. So yeah. I need to go through her network and see who she knows, because they may have the same type of problems.
Right. No, facts. And that's a great outlook and perspective that you had on the whole situation, even with just the rail and outlining the different faults. And it was a good Samaritan heart to give a refund as well. I have to put that out there too. So I think everybody won in this situation. You know what I'm saying? At the end of it, but a lot of situations don't end up like that, because sometimes people won't refund you, or they'll act like this and that and this. So at least with that one, you were able to get your refund and or get your refund and a few lessons in it. So, you know, we'll call a spade for a spade and just say we good. No, that's crazy. But no, I wanted to ask, so you named a few different type of systems and you named different type of aspects of what was wrong with this particular person's brand. But when it comes from a business owner, and let's say I'm a startup, or I'm even like, let's say I got maybe, you know, three to five employees, what system softwares would you say are perfect, or the type of system softwares we should be looking for, like all inclusive? I know a lot of times business owners get stuck on, they doing email with MailChimp, they doing, you know, posting their content, scheduling content with Later. They got all these different type of softwares in place. Is there just one a business owner can use?
I wish. I really wish, you know, but unfortunately, there are so many different options when it comes to all types of business tools. And what I do and what I always try to ground everyone is to, one, figure out what your priorities are. For one, what's the system that you're trying to do? Like I say, we're talking about CRMs because, you know, that's my thing. Before we even talk about what your options are.
One sec before you keep going.
Yeah.
What's the CRM?
CRM is a customer relationship management tool.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know, get all back.
I like to break it down for everybody. Like, let's see, you know, we never know who people are listening, but okay.
For sure. So when we were talking about client process and onboarding them and offboarding them, that's the system that they will be in. People that complete your contact us form or anything that has to do with inquiries, it will go through your CRM. Your booking, sending out your invoices, your contracts, that goes through your CRM, your customer relationship management tool. So it's kind of, for me, that's the most all-inclusive I have found that works for my business. But kind of pulling us back, it's just, you have to prioritize what's important to you.
Well, before we keep going, when it comes to a CRM and the software, so we can even switch the question a little bit, because I know you really specialize in CRMs, and that's what I wanted to touch on. Can you name maybe 3 to 5 CRMs that we can check out?
Absolutely. For one, is my favorite, of course, is Dubsado, Dubsado. That's my favorite because it's very it's sophisticated, it's branded, you have your automations. It's the most all-inclusive that I found. However, I will say there is a learning curve. So again, there's pros and cons to these. The next one is Honeybook. Honeybook is another CRM. I would say it's more user-friendly, more plug and play, but with that, you get less customization, you get less workflows. They have an app, you know, so again, it just depends on what your priorities. If your priorities are accessibility, you want to be able to log into the app and blah, 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 then Honeybook may be more for you. Another one that's very popular is Hubspot. So Hubspot is pretty popular, like, from smallish business to big businesses. They have a lot of different plans to scale, but I would say, and they also have a lot of integrations with other tools. So again, all these tools have their own features, their own pros, their own cons. So unfortunately, there's not like an all-inclusive system. However, you can use tools like Zapier, Zapier, which is an automation website that hooks up all of your business tools together. However, I would say definitely try to find one that fits, that checks most of the boxes. Okay.
That's
And
something you
then
help with? Your company? Y'all
was
help with
Zapier? No, but I have some friends that can.
No. Help with us, because now it seems like we about to go on a tangent where they're gonna be looking at Jha like, Jha, it's all these systems, you got me in the same bucket. So if they hit you up, that's what I'm asking. Can you direct them in the right spots?
Okay, so when it comes to CRM, yes,
Okay.
hit me up. Okay. If you are a coach, service provider, a professional creative, so that includes copywriters, graphic designers, web designers, all of y'all, and you have one-on-one services, so strategy calls, a service, a VIP day, those are very hot, you know, and you need a CRM, come to me. Okay, regardless if you need done for you service, done with you. I just launched a group coaching program. We are coming out with master classes, a whole library. We're going to get you together. We're going to make sure that you are set up the right way, so you don't have to go back in it and make mistakes and spend all this time. And no, we're not doing that. But if you are like the other systems, if you're like Taylor in my DMs, like I need help, point me in a direction of a good email marketing systems person. I have a crew. The System Sisters, okay? And
that's what's up though. You found a community.
okay, it's all about building a relationship. I can help you out there, but CRMs, holla at your girl.
Any systems you need, just holla at Taylor and she'll put you either in the right person's inbox with it or she got you. That's what I'm hearing right now.
Yep.
That's what I'm hearing right now. No. So I seen on Instagram you had something going on with T-Mobile. You are all dubbed. You did a whole red. It was a lot you had going on. Now I even read the caption. I said, dang, yeah, she out here doing it big. You know, one of them long captions. You actually like, hold up. Let me read this. So what's going on with T? How did you land that T-Mobile like sponsorship, or what was up with that?
It was very random. So I got an email one day and it was like, apply to speak for T-Mobile or something like that in the subject. And it was like, hey Taylor, and they spelled my name wrong. So I was gonna just send it to spam. And it was a casting director saying that they were casting T-Mobile's Magenta Edge program, their business program. They're doing a series and they are looking for experts to talk about a group of, a few things. So they had bullet points and they had CRM. I'm like, what? That's very surprising, right? No one really knows. It's very specific, right? I'm like, y'all are looking for a CRM expert specifically? All right, I guess I'll hear y'all out, I guess. Let me click on this application. And the application had the T-Mobile logo. So I'm like, okay, so if this is a scam, then they're going extra above and beyond. Maybe I should give them.
Taylor looking for everybody to be scamming. Are you scamming? Hold up.
For real. No, that was before this scam. So I always been skeptical. That just got, she got over on me. It was the pretty pictures. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, so I ended up applying. Somebody actually followed up in the email the next day, like, hey, we saw you fill this out. Thank you. We're going to give you a call. Don't worry about da-da-da-da-da. Someone called me. It was a Los Angeles number. I'm like, okay, this might be legit. Walking me through it. It was actually during the day of a photo shoot I had. So I actually had to step off set to take this call, and she's walking me through what the whole vision is with this T-Mobile and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I applied. What do y'all want me to do next? And like, we're going to have you do an interview. I'm like, oh, okay. So did an interview, which was really just a conversation. We were talking. And then he had told me at the end, he was like, hey, we're talking to a lot of people. If you don't hear back from us, don't take it personally. It is what it is. I'm like, yeah, cool. I mean, y'all are a casting director, so keep me on your Rolodex. You see we vibed. I'll talk to you soon. So boom, boom, boom. Fast forward, I did a staycation here in Atlanta. Me and my girlfriend, we go to the hotel sometime, just stay there. I left my phone here, got back, and I saw like a missed call, a voice mail, and a text message. I'm like, no one knows this number, but like people online. Anyway, okay. Anyway, looked at everything and basically we have good news. okay. So I called her back. She's like, oh my gosh, thanks so much for calling me. Like, you got it. Like, you got the contract. I'm like, man, what? Because they had told me what the actual amount was. They're going to pay me 5 figures. And listen, I do the speaking thing. It was for a 60-minute workshop, 45 minutes curriculum, 15 minutes Q&A. I've been doing this stuff for free for the past 2.5 years, specifically about CRM. So it's like, what? You go, what? And y'all gonna come to my house and film me and what? And y'all want me to write 2 articles for y'all to put in your blog, and y'all chose me. And I asked them, so how did y'all even find me? Because you spelled my name wrong. It was like, honestly, it's such a huge process. It could have been your website, could have been your Instagram. And I have been being pretty consistent on Instagram, just like showing up, talking on video, going live, talking shit on stories, stuff like that. So I don't know how they found me, but it ended up like that. So they came to my house, a film crew, everything. I had everybody come. It was live. So at the end, it was just like a hot seat of Q&A questions, but it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I felt like a superstar because I am, and my price went up.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's what's up. Congrats. That was dope. It stopped, like I said, it stopped me. I read the caption. I said, oh,
I appreciate it.
I think I even commented, hey, what's up? Like, yo. So no, that's amazing. That's what's up. And I can understand the price going up. And I was gonna ask you something about the price, because I might have somebody listening right now that maybe they're looking to get into helping business owners build out CRM systems.
Oh, yes.
And I wanted to know, when it comes to working with clients, well, this is a twofold question. The first question is, how are you finding your clients, acquiring your clients? I know you mentioned social media a little bit, but how does that integrate with you getting clients? Are you getting them from social?
Oh, absolutely. So half of my clients come from Instagram, and half of them are referrals. So what I do is and this is why I tell everyone, not just CRM specialists, is really focused on your client experience. When your clients feel like, what's the quote that Maya Angelou or something, she says, like, people, they forget what you do, they forget what you said, but they never forget how you made them feel. You make them feel good, they're going to tell their friends about you. They're going to repost you on their social media. Today, I just did like a repost of a matrix of all these people I started working with from working with one client. Wow. You know what I mean? That I found through social media. And what happened was her friends saw that. So they reached out to me because they liked the results. And they worked with me. They liked that. And they talked about me in their group coaching program. The coach for the group coaching program reached out to me to work with me. Her colleague from that group coaching program reached out to work with me. She worked with me again. And then somebody else, one of her clients, asked me to be on her podcast. You know what I mean? And then we ended up being brand partners. And so now we have like an official partnership to talk to each other's audience about each other's brands. So that is organic marketing. Yeah. Is focusing on your client experience. Yeah. What referral process do you have? Do you have a referral process? Is that something you can leverage? You can make money off of that. Do you have a nice feedback form? Do you tell them like, hey, I'll give you $50 every time somebody books a strategy call with me?
Right. No, that's fire. And I think a lot of times we forget about that, going back to the pretty pictures and kind of seeing online. We feel like the viral content or whatever is what gets somebody the clients. But like you're saying, believe it or not, sometimes you can have a post go viral all day, but what really got me the clients was being good to this client and this client and this client, and the content is just extra. That's just a cherry on top because I'm making money, so I can just tell y'all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like a workout. It's arm day and leg day. That marketing gets people through the door. It gets people looking at you. It gets people to click the button to inquire about, with you. But of course, there's that sales piece. Can't forget about that. But then after that, it's just client experience. Retain those clients. No. Love them. Because it's better when they repost, because the whole marketing and the selling, that's about building trust, right? But what about if you already have their trust? You can sell better, you can sell more, you can, there's so much from the people, for my clients. I've spoke at summits. I told you I have brand partnerships. I'm on somebody's app. Okay. I do the lives.
Right.
I do all of this stuff. Like we've collabed. I've spoken as a guest expert in group coaching programs for my clients because they know the experience, how they're going to feel. It doesn't matter if you do Dubsado setups. It doesn't matter if you're a virtual assistant, a copywriter. Make your clients feel like they're at home when they work with you.
No, and you know, that's facts. And I think we in a world where people sleep on word of mouth. That's word of mouth marketing is the strongest marketing. If somebody they feel like is legit, tell them about you. They don't gotta know much about you. They ready to swipe already because somebody legit told them about you. Versus sometimes they might find you on social, follow you. You got to post about 30 more videos before they feel like, oh yeah, you the person. But if homeboy that they really like say, hey, go with her. Okay, cool. I'm going with you because somebody else told me, you know, so that word of mouth marketing, referral marketing is never old. That's probably still the best way and the best form of marketing. So thank you for sharing that. And the other part of my question was, aside from getting clients, if we have somebody, let's say, again, that's maybe watching this and they're looking to get into this industry, what are some things that you would recommend that they do first in order to kind of take that leap and start helping other business owners with systems?
Okay, there's a few different things. Okay, for one, I would just get familiar with the system that you want to do. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's Asana, Kajabi, Dubsado, there's so many systems. I recommend one. Okay, there's a lot of people that are trying to just be generalists. That's cool, but I promise you the money is in focusing on one particular system, because with that you can become an expert. Be good at one. Okay. What do you like to do?
Which one you
Dubsado. Dubsado is mine. Yep. And I built a whole big old thing. Anyway, so that's the first thing. The second thing is identify the ideal target audience. Okay, so I know some Dubsado specialists that only work with photographers. I know some that only work with wedding event planners. I know some that only work with professional organizers. What is your thing? Who do you want to target? Because people look for people that can solve a specific problem for their specific business. So professional organizer, they don't want to just find somebody that's going to know a general knowledge about how to build people out. If there's a professional organizer system setup person that knows my industry, that knows the process, that can give me advice on what I should do and what they've seen other people do, that's what I'm saying. Focus on your target audience. Next, focus on your value proposition. What makes you different? What makes you stand out? Now with me, I will say it took me a long time to figure this out, because you can get so caught up on Instagram, searching a hashtag, seeing all these other people that do what you do. And then you're like, okay, so what am I doing differently? You fall into a rabbit hole, seeing all of their prices, and it's imposter syndrome, we know the term, but you don't want to do that. Like, what makes you different? For me, my content, everything is different, because I'm not just teaching you A, B, and C. I'm giving you a different perspective. We just walked through, I'm talking about marketing. Like, this is not just Dubsado, how to set up your scheduler link. That's what makes me different. Okay. What makes me different is you're not going to see a lot of Dubsado specialists out here on IG Live every day. Like, what do you think is Dubsado specialist to talk about? I talk about it all, because it's just a different sophistication. So once you figure out, what you want to learn, and you start learning it, and you figure out who you want to target and who you want to work with, and then you work through that. And that final layer is just finding your razzle dazzle. And then use that market, focus on that. I'm not focused on the long carousels and tutorial videos. That doesn't work for me, because that's not my target market. My target market doesn't care about how to set things up. They want somebody to do it for them. They want somebody that understands the psychology behind it and how it's going to ultimately get them to their 7-figure year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So find what works for you and do your thing. I actually am thinking about doing some coaching for aspiring strategists. Right now, I'm doing some coaching just to walk people through the crafting their signature offer. But if you are out there, you're like, I do want somewhere. If I'm a virtual assistant, and y'all, I used to charge $18 an hour as a virtual assistant, and now I'm charging $6,000 for a Dubsado setup. So there's definitely money in there. It's definitely profitable. It definitely will allow you to boost your authority. It will allow you to step into your expert phase and your expert mode. So definitely give me a follow at The Systems Guru if you are an aspiring systems strategist, because I do want to help you. Let me know if you're listening, because I don't know when you're going to hear this. I don't know, but I may have something for you.
No, thanks for that. And thanks for extending that on here for sure. Because I think a lot of times right now you do find a lot of, I meet a virtual assistant a lot. Every networking event, I meet a virtual assistant, but if you could just take that virtual assistant, what you're doing, and add in a skill set of learning how to set up a system, shit, your profit margins are way different. You know what I'm saying? Extremely different, because you're probably already halfway doing it. You just don't know the full setup and, all the scope. So it makes a lot. It actually makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So no, that's good. Well, no, I'll tell you, I like to keep things short, sweet, get straight to the point, and let the people know the info. And I think we got everything we can get out of you, at least for free. Anything else, I might have to hit in a DM. I don't know, like hit in a DM about anything specific or anything else. I think we covered a wide range of things to just give people a better idea and understand why your CRM, your customer relationship management system, should be intact. That's we covered that. So where can we find you and just kind of stay up to date with everything you got going?
Absolutely. Thanks so much for this beautiful close out. But you can find me on most social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at The Systems Group, TheSystemsGuru. Okay, so that's the social media. However, my website is www.taylordrew.com, TaylorDru.com. You can find my most active platform is definitely Instagram. Jha's like, we can't get too much out of her for free. I put everything for free on Instagram. I promise you. If you scroll down, oh my gosh, there's hundreds and hundreds of posts of things, of endless things that you can learn. So go ahead, give me a follow. Hit me up in the DMs if you listen to this. Just let me know if you liked it, if you like who I am. Yeah, give me a follow. But that's where you can stay up to date. I don't know when you're going to hear this, but if you are there, if you are listening, and there is an open enrollment for Systems Guru Academy, SGA, my new group coaching sprint, definitely enroll. If you liked what you heard today, just know it gets deeper. We work through things and we get results. So thanks for tuning in, y'all.
No, for sure. And this evergreen content, the look, let me put my marketing tip in. The great thing about this podcast is evergreen content. So as long as Taylor is even still doing these 2 years from now, if you listening to this, you will still be able to go to it, because we gonna have this up. This is like forever. Once it's on YouTube, it's stuff forever. So definitely check it out. But that's gonna be it for me. Thank y'all as usual for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.